Hi guys, Chris from Loadertools. I'll make a quick video here and show you how one of my shell trimmers for a 12 gauge goes together. Also quickly show you how to set the cut length for my example will be a 20 gauge. Okay, so you can see here 20 gauge shell. The one that I have here is about 2.65 inches, and let's say that I really wanted that to be 2.4 inches. So what I would do is cut down here find 2.4, there's 2.39, and what I'd do is I'd make a little black mark on here like this, and then let that dry for a second, then make a little scratch in it. Now what I do next would be to put this on the shell trimmer and see how that scratch lines up. As you can see, it does not line up with the blade. It's got to go in some. So screwing this screw on top here moves that in and out. See once again how this lines up. Getting close. That's real close. I've got a tiny bit more. Okay, as I mentioned, I'm trying to get to 2.4 inches. So what you do is you lightly press and rotate around here, and I just increase the pressure. Alright, so now let's see how we did. .403, so we're within 0.03 of an inch of where we want it set. So very easy to set. So I just use that Sharpie marker to, like a machinist would use die chem, to make a witness mark, so that I could easily see where the cut would be made by touching the razor blade on the where I made the scratch in the black. Alright, so how do you put one of these together? So, on with the show. So this is the kit. Not really a kit, because I put these together. But this is all the parts that I gathered together to put one of these together. The first thing that I do, after cleaning these parts up, there's some cleanup. I prepare surfaces. I run a reamer through there to clean that up, and then I use an aircraft quality nut with a nylon insert. It goes into this pocket. Trying to do this around the camera, which is a little tricky. And I screw this in tight, real tight, and then I back it out just a tiny bit. Okay, so now this clamshell design part is now completed, and the screw should not rotate in there, which it is not. And next we install the guide. To install the guide, Put the guide on the guide screw, push it inside, then I screw the guide screw in through the top. Alright. Next thing we will do is install the blade. Now, to install the blade, I use a magnet to hold the nut. Slide it inside. First I just put the screws in loose so that I can align the blade cutting edge appropriately. Just one. So all this time that I'm spending now is in addition to a few hours of printing. These are not mass-produced parts. These are 3D printed. They're very durable, but they come to life very slowly. Once I have those screws in there, then I place these snap rings inside these holes to lock the nuts in place so that they never fall out. You're changing the blade. They expand and stay in place there. Be very careful. Razor blade is very sharp. Alright, so open this up, and right here there's a little edge that you push the blade up against, and then you tighten it down. Now we are just about finished. Last thing I like to do is I like to feel these edges, and sometimes they feel a little sharp, so I take my torch, heat them up, round them over a little bit. Feels very good in the hand. Now we will give it a try. Every one of these I send out with a test cut. So I'm pressing lightly, both inward on the shell and down, and it makes a very clean cut. And if you set it up the way I showed you, with the black mark on there, and then make a length mark and line up the blade to it, you're going to get a very good result the first time. As you can see, very easy. What I do, I put a little force here with my thumb. I rotate this to make a scoring mark on there, and then I push a little harder, and it comes off. Very, very, very precise. You can move this guide down to about a total length of cut of 0.8 inches, and I think that should cover most applications. There you go. You see, this was a 12 gauge. This one's actually being shipped tonight, and so is my 20 gauge one. Here's the 10 gauge head, and I have 410 and 28 and 16 as well. I don't make a whole lot of these. They will work extremely well. You can look on my eBay feedback and you'll see that I have customers that say they work very well. You might even get a few people on here that say they work pretty well. And the thing is, I don't sell them for a lot of money. As you can see, it takes me a while to put these together. I may just make a kit of parts and reduce them by very little bit in price if you want to put them together yourself. But I'm not charging a lot for them, and I'm kind of supporting the hobby by making these. It's not my full-time job. And I have a group on Facebook called Loadertools. Please come join it, and please answer the questions so I know you're a reloader. And also my store on eBay, I put a link below. It's Loadertools. The way you'd get it would be stores.ebay.com/Loadertools. And thanks for watching. See you on the web.